That's what they're afraid of, because the answers would reveal that it was a criminal conspiracy to kill Charlie Kirk. I don't think he was dead. I think that I would not. I would not be surprised if he was finished off in that SUV, because they didn't put him in an ambulance. They didn't give him first aid. Even I've seen medics from the military say they weren't. I can tell you what they're not doing. They're not giving him first aid. And so that again, so that there's, and why wouldn't they have an ambulance there nearby? Why would they stuff him in the back of and his legs are hanging out? I think he was fighting for his life. That's what I think was happening. And and Mikey McCoy, that stupid excuse that the reason why he turned away with the phone to his ear and just kept walking nonstop before Charlie Kirk even fell off he wasn't even on the floor yet, Mikey McCoy. And the reason they gave for that was that it was drilled into him that if ever anything happens to Charlie Kirk, he immediately is supposed to call Erica. Well, he didn't. He called his wife first. And second of all, really? That's what Charlie drilled into his head? Not like, hey, if something happens to me, call 911, get an ambulance, give me first aid, make sure. No, none of that. Now, don't try to actually do anything that's constructive. And why didn't anybody call that? Why didn't anybody get an ambulance? Why did Mikey McCoy walk away like that? They're all in on the cover up 100%. And I think they had foreknowledge. And again, they're all flashing hand signals and
wearing the same shirts. And
Brian Harple's just, if you can watch his interview he did, I forget what the guy's name is, on that CIA guy who has a podcast. But if you know the other guy, Sam something, but if you can watch he did an hour-long interview with him. It's just one lie. It just flies right off him that he's lying. And they caught him lying about the drones, right? He said that they weren't allowed to fly drones. And then, of course, one of the pastors that was close to Charlie said, we were watching the drone coverage on our phones. And it's so it just lie after lie after lie. By the way, they took that SUV that they took him to the hospital in. You know what they did? They immediately steam cleaned it and sold it. So that's why wasn't that entered as evidence? Of course it should be evidence. Same thing they did to JFK. Go ahead.
How about they paved the entire crime scene? They paved it. They put up a parking lot. Look at Joni Mitchell. What are you doing? This is what they happened to JFK. The JFK death car was left open, was immediately cleaned. The windshield with a bullet hole coming from the opposite direction, which proved the conspiracy, was sent to a Ford plant or something overnight. The new windshield replaced. You can't write this. It's the same thing. And going back to the incuriosity, nobody's going to say anything about it. Candace is, you are, other people are, but nothing happens. There's no